Hey, they calling your man Trump the new Teflon Don. Teflon Don Trump. Hey, man, on some real shit, man. I'm glad he didn't get killed. You know what I'm saying? And people that's like, what's wrong with Democrats, dog? Like, y'all wishing death on that man. That man ain't killed none of y'all peoples or nothing. Like, why you want the man to die? Like, that's a former president and shit. It don't make no sense. Like, I don't fuck with Biden at all. And I know he's close to the grave. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want nobody to shoot Biden. And, you know what I'm saying? Y'all act as if Trump would have got killed, y'all would have been celebrating. If Biden get killed, I'm not celebrating, dog. It's nothing to celebrate about that shit. So my questions, man, for all the Democratic shields, you know what I'm saying? If you are if you are an American born and raised, I don't care about your race. If you are an American born and raised, you know what I'm saying? Your family, your parents was from this country. Your grandparents was from this country. Your great grandparents from this country. If you are an American born and raised and you consider yourself heterosexual, why are you voting for Biden? I just want to know. I just want to know. Because in my opinion, to me, it seems like I can understand if you are a homosexual or you part of the LGBTQ community and you vote Democrats because Democrats push the LGBTQ community. Understand that the LGBTQ community is strong. It's a powerful community. And of course, the Democrats, they try to get the Republicans, whoever. When you running for office, you trying to get everybody votes. So, you know what I'm saying? They probably saw the LGBTQ as a strong, you know what I'm saying, support system that can back them and make shit happen. And they just start pushing all that narrative. Now, Democrats say that kids can be transgender. Like, how can a 5-year-old be a trans child? Like, Democrats don't know the difference between men and women. Democrats are telling you that men can get pregnant and have babies. Democrats are telling you if Nia Long came on your job and she decided to, she want to call herself a man, that you would have to refer to her as him, sir, he, or you can get rolled up and lose your job. Democrats think it's okay for parents to transition their children like it's natural. Democrats think kids should cut off their penises if they want and change their genders. So I can understand why the LGBTQ community support the Democrats, because Democrats support their agendas. I can understand why immigrants support Democrats, because we got open borders. You know what I'm saying? You could just come across the border illegally. You don't got to check in with nobody. When they find out you illegal, they was putting people on buses and sending them to different states, giving them hotels. I heard about shit in New York where they giving illegals cars, like cars with money on it, like $500 on it or some shit like that. They giving them food stamps. They cater to immigrants. So I can see why, if you're an immigrant, you would support Democrats. Now tell me, as a straight black man that's American, born and raised, why are you supporting Democrats? You know what I'm saying? Why? People say Trump is racist, but I ain't never heard Trump say nigga or, excuse me. I really can't point to like racist shit that he do. He said build a wall and y'all say he racist. Nigga, that shit don't got nothing to do with race. Build a wall, protect our country. You know what I'm saying? So it's just making me, you know, when I hear like black dudes like defending Biden to the utmost, like, I just automatically think you're either an immigrant or you homosexual, man. Cause I can't see why. Like, what is he doing for you as a straight black American? What is Biden doing for you? Like, let me know, man. I don't see everything he do. It seems it's about foreign policy or about some immigrant shit. About, you know what I'm saying? They say millions of people were slaughtered in the Congo, and it's all type of murders and shit goes on in Africa. Why they don't care about that shit, but they want to be so concerned with Israel and the Jews? You know what I'm saying? Like, they not the only people that shit happened to. You know what I'm saying? But they want us to be concerned about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you vote for Biden if you're a straight black American? You know? Do people forget that he was against desegregation? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. You call Trump racist, but you don't really got the facts to support it. Y'all just talking. But Biden really was against desegregation. Biden pushed bills that got a lot of, you know, blacks locked up. But he was really against desegregation. He didn't want black kids going to school with white kids. So I guess over time the decades go past, and I guess he's forgiven for his past wrongs. But why don't Democrats bring that up? Like, the only time Democrats talk about racism when it comes to political parties is when they talk about Republicans. But they don't talk about racism from a Democrat. Like, you can have a Democrat that was a whole, like, KKK motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But they not going to, you know, talk about that. They just throw that shit under the rug. Why are you voting for Trump? I mean, for Biden? I just want to know, man, what he doing for you? Why do people act like we wasn't eating when Trump was in office, man? Y'all can say what y'all want about whatever economy or whatever. Was we not eating when Trump was in office? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was driving the Benz and shit. You know, and I was seeing people that was getting more money not working than they was working. Like, you know, they passed the bill where, you know, you was getting $600 a week if you wasn't working on top of your unemployment. So people was getting laid off because they didn't want to take the vaccine. The Democrats mandated the vaccine. That's another thing. Y'all forgot about that? Y'all forgot that they mandated and forced you to get vaccinated. And if you didn't get vaccinated, a lot of people lost their jobs. Y'all forgot that thousands of people lost their jobs. Y'all forgot how they curried all them New York health employees. You know what I'm saying? Because before it was mandatory, they was working. They was on the front line helping all the corona people. And then they made the vaccine mandatory. And all them people that was helping that didn't want to get vaccinated, you had nurses and doctors and stuff that didn't trust that vaccine. They fired them people. And then when Biden get in office, you know, thousands of people lost their jobs because of corona, because they ain't want to, you know, deal with the mandates or whatever. And then Biden get into office talking about some, the unemployment rate was so high. Nigga, that shit was high because of corona. And because y'all forced their mandates. Like, are y'all not living in reality, dog? Like, was we not eating, dog? What happened? Was we not eating when Trump was in office, dog? Y'all was getting the free checks. All these PPE loans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Was it not sweet, man? Like, honestly, like, I'm not, dog. I don't got no problem with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to, like, back him to the point, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to go against my people for Trump. But my people ain't the people that's voting for Biden. Believe that shit. Those ain't my people, man. Those are all immigrants You know what I'm saying? They might look like you, but they not you, man. Those are all foreigners, man, and LGBTQ community. Which I have no problem with foreigners or LGBTQ, but foreigners shouldn't be making no Why do people vote, you know, for foreigners to get into office in their cities and states? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all do that shit? Like me, I don't want a Jamaican in office in America, or a Haitian, or Italian, or, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a vote for somebody, they need to be born, in my opinion, to run for political office in America. You should have to be born in America. Your parents should have to have one parent that was born in America, and you should have to have at least one grandparent that was born in America. You should have to have at least 3 generations of American in you for you to run for office. You know what I'm saying? Like, why be so many? Like, if you go to France, are there Americans in political power in France? Are there Americans in political positions in Brazil? Are there Americans in political positions in Mexico? Are there any black Americans in political positions in Nigeria? Is there any Americans in political positions in Australia? You know what I'm saying? Is there any Americans in political positions in any of these other countries, dog? Why do y'all vote for foreigners and shit to run for shit in your city, your state, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? I understand when they get into office, they can talk all this American shit, but when they get into office, they going to support and look out for their people. You know what I'm saying? If you from Nigeria and you came here 20 years ago, and then you run for office and you get you know what I'm saying, you in a political position, you best believe they're going to be looking out for their Nigerian folks, for sure. And they're not going to be thinking about you black American. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be voting for foreigners and shit. Y'all voting for people that's telling you that men can have babies, men can get pregnant. Y'all voting for motherfuckers that's telling you we should have open borders. Y'all voting for motherfuckers that's telling you little kids can be trans. Like, you could pick your gender. Like, that's what, is you really voting for that? Or are y'all really gay as fuck? Like, keep it real. Like keep it 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or are all y'all just foreign? Is it way more? The older I get, I'm starting to notice that a lot of black people that you think are just regular black Americans, they not really black Americans. You know what I'm saying? They be some other shit. They just blend in with us like a motherfucker. Like, do Americans go to other countries, learn their culture, dress like them, and talk like them, and hide their accent and try to sound like them? You know what I'm saying? You know, people do that in black American culture. Like, you will have somebody come from another country, they'll blend in, they look like you, they talk like you, and the whole time they're hiding their accent. They know how to sound American, so when they around Americans, they talking like you, and you don't even know that they from another country. You know what I'm saying? Then when they go in the house with their folks, they talking regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we do that? We don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all vote? I'm talking to Americans. I ain't talking to foreigners or none of that. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the LGBTQ. Hey, y'all do what y'all do, and I understand why y'all vote for Biden, because Biden is supporting y'all agenda. You know what I'm saying? If Biden came out and said, you know, we're going to give black Americans, the descendants of slaves, reparations, I'm pretty sure most black people would vote for him. You know what I'm saying? He would get all the vote. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care about money to the point that you going to tell kids that they could be trans, and, you know what I'm saying, and you telling men. I don't want to live in that society, man. I don't want to live in a society where we just catering to LGBTQ. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though if you're, excuse me, burping like shit. I feel as though if you're transgender, Instead of us catering to all your needs and kissing your ass and making all these special rules for you, we should be getting you help. Because if you are a male and you feel as though you want to take pills to try to grow breasts and you're willing to cut your penis off and do all that, like, and try to live as a woman, obviously something wrong with you mentally, man. Like, can we start faking? Like, if you are a woman and you're willing to cut your breast off, you know what I'm saying, and take hormone pills to try to look like a man and live as a man, something is wrong with you, dog. That's just what it is, man. Why is we catering to that? So, like I said, I can understand why the LGBTQ vote for Democrats, because, yeah, they catering to y'all shit. But me, I'm not with that shit. I don't care about y'all do what y'all do. It's fine. It's cool. But you ain't gonna tell me, motherfucking, a child can be trained like a 6-year-old child, a boy talking about, oh, I want to be a girl. You say, oh, yeah? Cool, okay, you want to be a girl? Let me start giving you these pills. Let me start putting you in dress. He's a child. A child will say anything. A child might be like, I want to smoke a cigarette, mom. So you just going, okay, let me go buy you some cigarettes. It's time. You ready now? Like, make that shit make sense, man. I don't want to live in that society. I don't want to live in a society where, you know what I'm saying, people be like, men can get pregnant. Men can get pregnant. Like, and they will argue you down. You know what I'm saying? To the point, like they really believe that shit. Like, no, man. A trans woman is not a woman, man. A trans man is not a man, no matter how you look. You know what I'm saying? You could be a trans woman and look like motherfucking Nia Long or Beyonce. Yeah, you might look like that, but it's not real. You had to take shots and have surgeries and do all this other shit, and then if you die, when you die, if they pull your DNA, it's going to say you was a male. You're not changing your DNA by taking them shots and pills. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to live in a real society where we not lying. Where we could say, like, yeah, man, we do have a whole bunch of people that's, you know, they suffer from gender dysphoria, how the fuck you say it. And, you know, people need help. But what we not going to do is hate them and try to harass them, fight them, beat them, kill them because they doing that. We ain't going to do none of that. But we also not going to cater to them and try to make laws to cater to them and tell them that, yeah, you can go in a girl's bathroom and, you know, you a trans woman and you fighting real women that were born women and fucking them up. And you and racists competing with real women. You know what I'm saying? You getting locked up and they putting you in a woman's prison. And then while you're locked up in that woman's prison, you're actually fucking the women and getting them pregnant. But you're supposed to be a woman. Like, make that shit. Can we stop living in this fault? I can never support a Democrat, dog. Everything about a Democrat is just a whole bunch of bullshit and lies, dog. All they want to do is just cater to everybody and cater to everybody's feelings except for the black American. It's like, yeah, you know, oh, you got this group over here. Oh, we going to make sure they good. This group over here, we going to make sure they good. Oh, yeah, we don't want nobody to be sad. We don't want nobody hated against. You know, everybody, we all going to be equal except for you black Americans. You know, fuck y'all. You know, we want the black people in this country to be from another country. You know what I'm saying? We want all the blacks to be African or, you know, Haitian or Jamaican or Brazilian or Dominican. So, you know, they can't talk about they were slaves over here. That's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They want to get rid of the black American. You know, so, you know, the country, they know the history. They know what it is with slavery. They know they never paid their debt. They lied to us and didn't give us what they said they was going to give us. And you know what I'm saying? And we, you know, talking about that shit. We standing on that shit. We protesting. We doing what we gotta do to try to get that shit. We keep bringing it up. And it's to the point that now they just trying to get rid of it so they won't have to have that conversation. Because eventually, they going to have to do something. You know what I'm saying? They going to have to do something. Because if all the black Americans just start voting and start saying shit like, hey, look, man, we want specific shit. Just like y'all give other people specific shit, we want specific shit. And if y'all can't do that, then we ain't voting. So, you know, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But if we got behind you, we could pretty much guarantee you victory. You know what I'm saying? So, what is it, man? How can you support Democrat if you're an American? You have to be a foreigner and you have to be LGBTQ. Outside of that, if you support Democrat, then that's just telling me who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? Another thing with Democrats, like, you had like Amanda Seales. You know what I'm saying? She's a comedian. I don't like her views on anything, but I definitely like the Black Lady sketch show. That show was like that. I really fuck with that show, man. I like seeing them black sisters doing the sketch comedy. They looking good. They doing their thing. I love seeing that shit. But her views, they suck. It's just like Democrats. I can't see why anybody support Democrat. So Donald Trump gets shot, and you got all these Democrats talking about, oh, it was staged. It's fake. Let a Jewish person get shot, and then a whole bunch of people come out talking about, oh, it's fake. They gonna cancel you. Cancel you. You can't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let like I'm just saying, dog. How can a man get shot? An ex-president, a former president, get shot? The shooter was murdered. One of the audience members were murdered. A couple of other people got taken to the hospital. And the Democrats are coming online saying it was fake. What about the victims' families, man? What about the family of the victim who was murdered? Not the shooter. Even the shooter, I'm pretty sure the shooter's family didn't think he was going to do some shit like that. They hurting too. What about the families of the victims? While you Democrats are out here talking about how that shit was fake. When the victim's family that was murdered, how you think they feel when they turn on the TV and they hear Democrats who weren't even at the convention telling you that shit was fake, it was staged. But they gotta bury their child, or they gotta bury their friend, or they gotta bury their mother, or whoever it was the older person that got killed. You know what I'm saying? And you burying this person while the Democrats are saying, oh, it was fake, it was staged. Why are you supporting Democrats, dog? Honestly, man. Like, I don't see nothing good in what they do, dog. And they try to stand on the high horse as if everything they do is what it should be, is what it is, and they're right and everybody else wrong. And if you don't support them, you a bigot, you're a hater. But in all actuality, they be the bad guy. If you listen to a Democrat argue about their views, man, it's demonic, dog. Listen to somebody argue about trans kids, that there is such thing as trans kids, and that shit sound demonic, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen to how motherfuckers was talking about, oh, they missed them, ha ha ha, oh, they should have hit them, I can't believe they missed him, it was staged, they should have hit him, how you gonna miss and all? Like, they really wanting this man to die. Don't even know this man, dog. Don't even know this man. This man ain't do nothing. Like, if you are an American, you know what I'm saying, a true blue American, what did Trump do to make you hate him so much? What did he do when he was in office, man? Like, I'm trying to understand. I don't see. The only thing I felt with Trump when he was in office, I just had more money. That's just what it is, man. I had more money. You know, let's keep that shit 100, man. It's like people forgot that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, hey, when he got up and that picture where he got the blood on his face and shit, and he hold that motherfucking fist in the air like we do. You know what I'm saying? That fist, that's a black fist, but it's also a black American fist. Trump ain't black, but he American. He held that fist up. He know what the fuck he was doing. He know that that's us. He trying to get us to fuck with him. Which, hey, I ain't even mad at him, man. Trump got some of that rebellious spirit. He got some thug in him, Snap. Hey, Trump got some thug in him. Y'all ain't fucking with that? Y'all want to fuck with the old senile man who probably should be in the home or something? You know what I'm saying? Could barely get his words out. Like, you know, falling off of bikes. He looked weak. Why would you want to leave? Even if you believed in Biden's policies and you felt as though Biden was great, let him be in the cut somewhere. If he is. Because right now, it don't seem like Biden is doing anything. It seems like he's just a face. But it's probably people behind him that's, you know what I'm saying, telling them what to say, telling them what to do, and, you know what I'm saying, that's really making the decisions. When Trump is in office, Trump is the one making them decisions. Ain't nobody telling him shit. They can't control him. That's why they don't fuck with him. That man ain't did nothing racist, man. All that, dog. Hey, Trump. Hey, Trump. You might get an honorary, man. I don't know, man. You might get an honorary for your presidency, man. As long as you don't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You get it all. I'm telling you, hey, son, if Trump came out and said, man. Also, another thing, Trump already said that, you know, blacks built this country. He said that we don't get the credit we deserve, but, you know, we just starting to get a little bit of credit for it. But he, Google it or YouTube it. Trump, the racist man, the person y'all call racist, is the only person I ever heard. He the only president I ever heard say African Americans built America, man. He said that out his mouth. Google it if you don't believe me, man. While y'all keep trying to say that man racist, ask Biden what he going to do for black people and listen to his response. Ask Kamala that. Ask Biden who built America. I bet he won't say it was black. He gonna be like, it was everybody and we all played it. Nah, nigga, black motherfuckers built America, man. That's just what it is. We ain't want to. We was forced to do it, for sure. We was forced to do it, but we did it. Come on, dog. Y'all don't fuck with Teflon, dog. Y'all gotta fuck with. I ain't saying you got to. I'm just, man. I'm fucking with him way more than Biden, though. I just don't see it with Biden. And honestly, man, like being an adult. When Obama was in office, I felt it because, I mean, honestly, I was in Big Sandy where, you know, Obama won. It's when he won the first time. Yeah, when he won the first time. I was in Big Sandy. That was '08. And, you know, we had the party, the black man in office, you know what I'm saying? We chill, we cool. Hey, it was tight, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like it might have brought black people together to a certain extent. But then you start to realize that he's not us. It's a difference. It's a big difference between, you know, a black American that was, you know, that come from the descendants of slaves and a person whose father is African, so not black American, his father is African, and his mother is white. Barack don't come from the descendants of slaves in this country. You know what I'm saying? He's half foreign, and I don't know if his mother was a white American or she was a white something else. But, you know, he giving me he's a foreigner, it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely felt the black love when he was in office, and I also felt the Obamacare because he made everybody get health insurance, and that Obamacare was like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. It was like that. So I felt that, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I think he was cool. He was cool. But when Trump was in office, dog, I started following politics because he was just so amusing. You know what I'm saying? I just was looking at that shit, like laughing, looking at his debates. And then I started like, dang, he's saying this shit that, oh yeah, protect the border. You know what I'm saying? Focus on America. Like, you know what I'm saying? They sent all them jobs and shit overseas. I think Barack sent all them jobs overseas. Bring that shit back over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to take care of all the countries or trying to defend all other countries. If we doing shit for them, they need to be doing something for us. Like Trump is like, yeah, what you gonna do for us? Y'all want us to come help y'all? What y'all gonna do for us? That's the type of shit Trump be on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with that shit, man. Teflon Don, man. You know what I'm saying? Teflon Don, man. I'm all for either not voting or just voting for anybody other than a Democrat. That's what I'm on, man. Until somebody really starts saying what they gonna do for black Americans, you know what I'm saying? Not all that, you know, them motherfuckers be like, yeah, we cutting back student loans and then what the fuck I gotta do with black Americans, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't go to college, bro. Like, I ain't go to college, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, most of the motherfuckers I fuck with in my life didn't go to college. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people I know didn't go to college, bro. So, you know, you say, man, what we doing for black people? Then they say student loans and, like, that student loan shit ain't for just for black people. That shit for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But I don't give a fuck if Biden did come out and say, yeah, man, we gonna get these reparations for black. I still want to support that shit as long as y'all pushing them other agendas, man. As long as you try and keep an open border. Like, imagine us getting reparations and the border's still open. Dog, when I go outside, man, all I see is Migos on mopeds. And then it's a lot of neighborhoods that used to be black. And now they just like Latino. First you start seeing a sprinkle here and there. Then as the years go past, it just be more and more of them and less of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, is the United States really trying to get rid of black Americans, man? Is that a question we really need to ask? Are they really trying to get rid of black Americans? Why all of a sudden Latinos coming out talking about they helped create hip hop? When show me an interview in the 70s, show me an interview in the 80s, show me an interview in the 90s, show me any interview before Fat Joe said Latinos and blacks created hip-hop 50-50. I think Fat Joe said that shit like in 2023 or 2022. But I'm going to take it back to 2020. Show me any interview before 2020 where a Puerto Rican was saying, yeah, we helped create hip-hop 50-50. Show me anybody saying that shit before Fat Joe said that shit, man. And Fat Joe ain't a creator. He didn't create nothing. Fat Joe act like a brother. His whole everything is black. You know what I'm saying? When you see Fat Joe, he not rapping in Spanish. He might use a Spanish word here and there, but he ain't rapping in Spanish. He not using Spanish slang. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe is a Puerto Rican, but he is a Bronx, New York dude, man. He say nigga more than black people, man. But he do consider himself Afro-Latino. But nobody said you never heard Shorty. When you think of hip-hop, all your life, you thought of black people. Now all of a sudden they want you to change how you think. If you see a motherfucker dressed a certain way, which you might consider hip-hop, if they're not black, you gonna say, oh, he dressing black. If he talk a certain way and they not black, you gonna be like, oh, he trying to act black. Nobody ever see a person dressed up hip hop or talking with slang or hip hop and they say, oh, he trying to act Puerto Rican. Nobody ever say that, dog. What Big Pun say? The first Latin rapper to baffle your soul. They swear I'm blacker than coal like Nat King. Some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would he say people think he's black? He basically saying because of the way he rap, people swear he's black. You know what I'm saying? So he's letting you know that this is black shit. Even Crazy Legs years ago said that the original B-boy style was the Moreno style. And he was like, you know, Moreno, it means black. I'm not Spanish. I don't know. I'm just taking his word for it. He said Moreno means black. And he said the original B-boy style was the Moreno style, the black style. That was the original B-boy style. And now, decades later, he's saying some other shit. Like, why Kyrie Irving is not on a USA team, dog? Why the brother from the Celtics not on a USA team? Is it because Kyrie Irving said, read this book It's all right. It's interesting. And because the book was about the original Jews, you know, people say blacks are the original Jews. Because the book said that, was stating how blacks was the original Jews, all Kyrie said was read the book, and they said he was anti-Semitic for that. You know what I'm saying? They said he was anti-Semitic because he said read a book. But you can have Puerto Ricans, whites, or whoever use the N-word 100,000 times in a conversation and nobody say nothing. You know? But whatever, y'all. I just want to know, man, anybody that watched this whole video, if you support Biden, tell me why. Prove to me that there are Biden supporters that's not LGBTQ and you not an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? Or you old as shit. You know what I'm saying? Prove to me that it's young black people that's straight that's supporting Biden. Like, I don't see that shit. But all right, y'all. Teflon Don, he was a soldier. He took that bullet like a champ.